We're back.
That was best on ground.
Best on ground is
All-Star 10.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, so that's how you did it.
Actually,
best player.
Second half about to start. The Denver Bulldogs lead by 30 points. It's Denver 37, Los Angeles 7.
Exactly.
As the second half about to get underway here, the Bulldogs in the blue jumpers, the aquamarine, orange and white blue clad LA Dragons heading from right to left as umpire Jackson Burney throws the ball to the heavens. We're underway. Murphy knocks it forward against Camping, who's taken over in the ruck now. Ball goes to ground, throwing that one onto the right as Robertson. One-on-one contest, and it's marked nicely. And then going back to take that one. We'll tell you who that is as soon as we can see a jumper number. That is, in fact, Lachlan Fleet, who kicked that nice goal towards the end of the half. Off the right side, a little check side outside of the heel. Here's the kick on the way. It is there for a goal, and Fleet has kicked another impressive goal, and the Bulldogs continue the second half just like they left off in the first. That is their 7th goal of the game. That takes them on to 7-1-43. And the LA Dragons on 1-1-7. In Denver, we mentioned the number 6 team in the country. They're proving right here that they might give the voters a little bit of trouble in determining who they should be above LA. But they are controlling this game against the LA Dragons, who have brought a pretty good side. They are missing a couple of players. We mentioned Donald Lee. Murphy is doing well in the ruck against Camping as he knocks the ball forward, but not to advantage. Number 28 goes on the bootleg around, throws that one onto the left foot, dropped. Down to a man, staying after it there is Paul Jackson for LA. Ball comes to ground for a blanket over 10 players, and we will have a ball up directly across from us. 43 plays 7. LA, this game was a lot closer last year, but they're staying with it as they handball it into the middle. Just picking it off there is 44, which is Lachlan McPherson. McPherson turns that one inside, handballs it out into the middle, turning around and throwing that one is Lokeem. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Julian DeVizio. I believe this is his first year playing, and that was a pretty effective goal by Julian DeVizio. And that was a sorely needed goal by the LA Dragons. That's their second of the game. It's back to a 5-goal differential. That takes them on to 2-1-13. Denver 7-1-43. It's back to 30 points. Ball come back in the middle of the ground here. We are in Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, just northwest of the city of Denver. This is an absolutely beautiful ground. I'll tell you what, I have not seen this color green on a footy field. I think really since the last time we were here in 2008 when we were down at the Air Force Academy. Of course, one could argue that that's pretty good considering that our tax dollars paid for it. Meanwhile, up on that far side, one-on-one contest, knocked down back in the play. Well, he thought he had the football, but he didn't. Whoops. And then a handball up over the top. Here come the Bulldogs up on that full foot. And it's picked up by the 13 in William Crandall. Crandall will play that one up. Then that one is marked. Yes, it was. And we have a man down, it looks like. And getting up slowly is, looks like the number 4 who is listed here is Justin Hall. Hall had a big game against the Bulldogs last year in Salem as he kicked a couple of memorable goals. That was him versus Robertson last year. Centering ball, picked off, yes. Marked nicely by the number 9, unlisted for the Bulldogs. And now he's going to play that one out into the middle of the ground, straight into the middle. No! Great mark by the 14, which is Pat Devlin. They'll keep it going forward, and it's marked again. And he'll go back and have a shot. Didn't see who took the mark there, but the Bulldogs will have a chance to add another tally. There's the kick. It's on the way. And that is DCP. Dead center perfect. Another goal to the Denver Bulldogs. It is their 8th. 8-1-49. Now, 2 weeks ago, to LA, who is 2-1-13. It's a six-goal lead. 2 weeks ago in Raleigh, we saw a very similar kicking exhibition by the Baltimore Washington Eagles as they took on the Columbus Jackaroos. They ended up kicking 12 goals, 1 behind in an emphatic victory, a game that was changed by the injury of Mark McClure for the ruckman for Columbus. Those two teams are actually meeting today back on the East Coast in Columbus, and the women are playing too, the Jillaroos and the Lady Eagles. Ball's gone out of bounds, and then we'll have a boundary throw in. As, that Tony Wilhelm? I can't tell. Whoever that is, those are some nice jumpers that the Arizona Hawks had. Handballed it back. Stood up again there by the number 9. He's thrown the ground, and the ball is tied up again. We'll have a ball up. I'm Brian Bowers. Chico Chacon is doing the camera and doing a fantastic job as always. We're here at the Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, the 2017 Western Regional Tournament, the third and final regional tournament of this 2017 season. As these players, and there's a number of them out here across the divisions, getting ready for the International Cup Tournament in Melbourne, starting on August 5th. That one is kicked inside 50. A little bit of a push, not paid. Baggett drives after the ball, going after Robertson. They're tangled up a bit. The ball comes out. Harkness! Harko with another dagger. 9th goal of the game for the Bulldogs. 9-1-55. They've gone to the double nickels. 2-1-13 for the Dragons, and the Dragons are still fighting. Not only are the Bulldogs getting men free, however, but they have some of the most deadliest offensive players in the league. We mentioned Robertson, and we mentioned Harkness. Now, Harko's more of a defensive player, but he's picked himself up with a goal, and he also had a goal assist as well. Back in the middle, back again, as Grilla says, 100% pure USAFL, Aussie rules football. Ball back into the ground, kicked along, nurdled free, subway ball, pushing, shoving, all that good stuff like that there. Ball bounces free, handballs in up over the top, looking for, looks like Joe Silvio, but the ball is kicked free. Here is the 43 in Lucas Golson. Golson will kick that one goalward, and that has gone through for a behind. First score in a while for the Dragons. That takes them on to 2-2-14. They trail by what looks to be 41 points, if my math is correct. It is 55-14 the score. 9-1 plays 2-2. And they go out to the near side where the ball they are appealing for out on the full, but Harkness did in fact take that ball in the field of play. He centers it into the middle. And now we'll cross screams and go up the left side. It's Mark, and he will play on here. The 28, he'll have a bounce, able to get free. I want to say that's Brandon Kaufman, but I'm not sure. Handballs that one into the middle for the 14. It is Brandon Kaufman, thank you. Here is Patrick Devlin. I was wondering, but I didn't want to say. Handballs that one in. Did he get it, or was it touched? No, it's a goal. It's a goal. The ball changed direction suddenly, but they have brought that one down, and another goal for Denver. And they have hit double digits on the goal sheet. That takes them on to 10-1-61, 2-2-14. We mentioned Brandon Kaufman, who I believe is just playing in his first game today. But Brandon Kaufman, the first player to go from the AFL Combine, actually was a member of the Gold Coast Suns reserve side, did pretty well for them, and then ended up back here in the States. He is from the Denver area, and of course, once upon a time, he did play for the Buffalo Bills as a wide receiver. And he is here playing for the Bulldogs, and he is doing pretty well in the middle of the ground. LA got to figure out a way to get some scores to try and equilibrate, especially if percentage becomes an issue. We have another man down for LA, getting up very slowly. The play goes on around it. Ball comes out on the right side, almost marked again by by Divisio. Divisio throws that one on to the right. And that one has gone across the face. And it's gone for a behind. Let's keep an eye on that kid Divisio, because he has played well. He has kicked a nice goal, and he looks to be a prime mover in that forward line, and it's good because he's making himself an option, and boy, he looks fast as well. LA with another behind. That's 2-3-15. They trail Denver 10-1-61. That's my lucky number, and they go out into the middle of the ground for Kaufman. Kaufman will throw that one on to the right, low and slow, but it's picked off nicely by the number 9, who is Paul Lokin. So here is Lokin. Throws that one onto the right. Hangs in the air. One-on-one contest. Knocked free. Crash boom opera. They chase after the footy. And then they're able to clear it out. Looking for Kaufman. Can get the ball in one hand. Picks it up on the second hop. Gets a Shepherd in there. They'll have a second bounce. Now he'll throw it into another gear. Handballs it into Harkness. Tommy Harkness. Throws that one onto the right. That's going to be close. And that's out on the floor. I believe that went out on the floor. And it's been giving it out on the floor. Well,
there's no boundary umpire.
Yeah,
there,
it looks like
it looked like out on the full, but
well, the umpire adjudication is going to be a boundary throw-in. So here we go. Boundary throw-in is the call. The ball comes back in the play. Camping knocks it down. Handball it off. Trying to get it away. Was looking to drop the footy. Kicked up on the one side. One-on-one contest. Slap around like a slapping thing. Going and picking it up there is Kenna. Kenna will throw that one onto the right into the middle of the ground. It pops into no man's land. Picking it up and almost getting it on the second button cherry. Down there's Dollar for LA. Handballs it into the middle. Soccer and toe poke forward. Staying with it again is 43, who is Golson. Lukasz Golson. The ball goes to the ground. It's tied up and we'll have a ball up in the position. That is the left half forward flank for the LA Dragons.
That was a free kick.
Oh, and a free kick has been awarded. That is. Now it's a free kick. As that is Ryan Hitch. Are they going to call it? I think it's a 50 has been awarded. I have my head down here.
Yes, that's what
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chico. The man with the third eye, that is the camera, and he's picked out a free kick at a 50 to Ryan Hitch. This would lift the team immensely in this game. Kick is on the way. It looks like it started left. It stays left. And that is a behind. Oh, Hitchy trying to lift his team here, but that one is going off to the side. 2-4-16 for LA. They trail. It's the reverse for Denver at 10-1-61. It's 45 points. Denver moving the ball well in the middle of the ground. LA has stopped the bleeding somewhat. But Denver still moving the ball up nicely through the left side of the ground. Throws that one onto the right. Drops in front of the man diving. I believe in Fleet, who is fleet of foot, strong of limb. Dollar chasing down his man Harkness, who just got it away. Looking for a lead, throws that one on. It's going to carry one-on-one contest. Oh, guess who? It's Casey Robertson. Got an inch of separation and took a one-handed Specky. Now, can he convert? And that's a dumb question because the answer is yes. I think that's 5 for Casey Robertson. 11 for the Bulldogs. 11-1-67. You go back in the middle. So Denver, this is going to help the percentage a bit. And of course, they've got 2 more games. Both of these teams, as we mentioned, playing Golden Gate and Orange County a little bit later on. And remember, this is a round robin. The team with the best record wins. If there is a tie, it comes down to points percentage, which is sort of like goal differential or point differential. It's points points for divided by points against. And that's how it will be decided here at the football in Westminster, Colorado. LA getting a push forward and then trying to clear it out. Ball goes to ground. Over to get it. Whoops. Over to get it is Eckstein. And the ball will be kept in. Still on the pocket. Ball rolling. Oh my goodness. They kick that one into the middle. And it's Mark! Good diving, Mark. He went down to his knees, said a prayer, and took it. By the number 43, that is Golson. So will Golson kick a goal, son? Getting a little chatter in his ear, a little bit of sledging. As umpire Bernie realigns him. Golson. It's a Golson goal. Third goal of the game for the Dragons. That makes it a little bit more respectable. 3-4-22 for LA. 11-1-67 for Denver. Golson has been a bright spot in this game for LA, and he's really asserting himself in the half-forward flank, which is good. Which is good to see, especially as we travel through the rest of this day here in Westminster. Ball in the air, we're underway. Ball goes to ground as again it is Murphy in the rock, who's done a pretty understated job, it must be said. Handball's into the middle. Handball's up over the top. Marked by Baggett. Baggett playing more of a defensive role. He had more touches. Saw him have more touches last year. And then out on that far side, here come the Dragons. Nice mark. Look at him move nicely through the number 26 and Ryan Hitch. Hitchy up the far side. Throws that one into the middle. And then was that touched? Yes, it was. It was touched by John Clayton, who just got a cuticle to it. And that one is seen over for another behind. Fifth behind of the game for LA. That takes them to 3-5-23. 11-1-67 for the Draggies. Out to the near side, dropped, goes to ground, and I believe he's hurt. I'll tell you what, that was a very, very awkward hit. And the mark is taken by Tom Ellis. That one's out on the floor. And it's Justin Kenna who kicks the ball back into play. Nice mark in the middle of the ground to Lachlan McPherson. Rocky goes in short, juggled, and stays in play. And then Denver picks it up. He had an escort there, and then he is shoved out of bounds. That'll be a boundary throw-in. As we are getting very near the end, as John and Paul once said on a very, very good Beatles song. Ball's in that, about the half-forward, flank-forward pocket, somewhere on that border. The ball goes down. Baggett is in there as well. And then here is Clayton. Clayton throws that one in the middle that just went 15. I believe that's Scorpa. I don't know, that was on the near side. 1-on-1 contact goes camping. Nice spoil. Nice spoil by the 27 in for Denver. He was up against Baggett. And that was a good, I think he just caught him a little bit high. Nothing in that. I think both teams were just going for the football, both players. But in any event, the ball will come spinning back into play with a majestic arch, reminiscent of the one in St. Louis. That one is bashed forward. The ball goes out of bounds. But there is some yardage gain, and there will be a boundary throw-in right around the interchange gates, assuming we had interchange gates. And both teams, I believe, are set up on both sides of the field, which is something you don't really see a lot in Aussie Rules football, but it's the USAFL. We sort of have to improvise as the ball ricochets off of the man there in number 29. That is Jim Moore for the LA Dragons, who trail 67-23. Out to the near side, Harkness just kept it in play. Oh, there's a little bit of a headlock thrown in there. I saw it, the umpire did it, and then there is Goodall who got into beast mode. He was yelling and screaming. That one is in, as that one is handballed through by Troy Kirk, but he'll come back the other way. Will come the Dragons. Up on that far side now, long kick, dropped in short. And that one is there, and it is down, and the ball is tied up, and we will have a ball up on that far side. Again, on the scoreboard here, it's the Denver Bulldogs, 11 goals, 1 behind. That's 67 points. The LA Dragons 3-5-23, waning stages of the second half, and that, in fact, is that. Full time, and the Denver Bulldogs have taken out the LA Dragons, and they have done so emphatically here. The final score, it's the Denver Bulldogs, 11 goals, 1 behind, 67 points. The LA Dragons 3-5-23. These two teams have 2 more games to play. Denver in good shape after the win. LA will try to win out the rest of their 2. You can see what happens here on USAFL.com. We hope to see you then for more footy action from the Western Regionals here in Westminster, Colorado. Until then, it's goodbye for now. This is Brian Barish. Go Footy.